Hi, Liz.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm I don't know, maybe better than I've been in a bit.
That's great.
I'm
That's what we like
feeling
to hear.
feeling good. My birthday's in a week,
Yeah. Happy
which
early
means
birthday.
my kid's birthday's in a week.
Same day.
It's the same day. Um,
Your
I,
child is also your twin. It's an
yeah, we're
interesting,
twins.
interesting story behind that. We don't have time to get into it though.
It was like a lot of time travel and
Mm,
timey-wimey stuff. Here we are. Now I can see if our sound is happening.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm sort of checking in on the stream myself a little more than usual, but I am still relying on you to check on the sound.
Yes, our sound is good.
Great. So I'm going to tell you, oh, I just made the switch to HD for reasons I'm not clear on at all. I did, I did not
You
do
mean you
that.
mean it was the switch was made, but not.
I didn't do that. It did that. I don't know why, but we'll roll with it. Anyway, um, I haven't told you what I'm doing differently. Uh, you know me by now. You know I wouldn't be happy unless I was trying something new.
Mm-hmm.
Every time
You're a
we,
fiddler.
every time we did this, if you, excuse me, sorry about my scratchy throat. If you see me looking over in this direction, I
Mm-hmm.
am looking at a 10-year-old television that I am using as a second monitor.
Uh-huh.
And on this monitor over here, I have the Twitch Studio app.
Mm.
So if I wanted to say end the stream, for example, you the viewer would not see me bring up the software on the desktop because I effectively have two desktops now.
Yeah.
So I have a desktop for this is what we're broadcasting, and a desktop for what I don't want to broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not perfect
Mm-hmm.
because, as I said, the television is 10 years old,
Uh-huh.
and that leaves a little something to be desired.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of neat, and so I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah, I miss the days of having multiple monitors to do things with.
Yep. It's funny to think of the many months that I spent not doing this and not thinking of doing it when it might have helped me with work and recreation both. Happy Midnight Hunt Saturday, by the way.
Yeah, baby. I got my mushroom friend.
Yes, congratulations.
I made him the cover of my werewolf deck, which doesn't make any sense, but I did it.
Why not? That's cool. So you got a werewolf deck, which we will put to the
It's not
test.
it's not good. I'll just be upfront. It's bad.
Okay, well, we'll see how good or bad it is when we put it up against whatever I'm about to build.
And I did make some adjustments already, so.
Great. So it's tested a little bit.
Hmm. Well, and I got new cards.
There you go. Do you know precisely or approximately how many packs you've opened in Arena since Thursday?
I think 30.
Okay.
I had 20,000 gold, but then I got more packs both from codes and like the fact that they glitched so it gave us all that XP.
Yep.
That shot me up from like level 1 to level 7, which meant I got like 4 packs from that.
Yeah.
Maybe more than 30 actually. It doesn't feel like enough, let me put it that way.
Well, I am sitting on 40 unopened packs in Arena.
Okay.
Excuse me a second. And I've also gotten in real life some pre release packs, which I am not going to open on stream
Hmm.
because they are for tonight with friends who are coming over.
Yeah.
However, we're doing it sealed deck style. Each
Mm-hmm.
pack has 6 draft boosters. We're going to open those and build the 40 card deck. Also, uh, with Scotch tape, the LGS throws in for each box 2 set boosters. So in the past, they've added 2 additional draft boosters.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, they're giving out. Look here.
Yeah, yeah.
Set boosters.
What's the difference?
Good question. I think hopefully the best way to answer that is by opening them. I have only ever opened draft boosters, which is like the classic flavor of booster.
Mm-hmm.
Until kind of recently, it was the only kind of booster pack there was. And then they introduced collector's boosters and set boosters.
Right. And collector's boosters have like more fancy cards, right?
More
Or at least like
foils
arty.
and more rares, and yeah. And they're more expensive because they contain more expensive things.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed. Set boosters have some kind of they're trying to enhance the flavor of the opening experience by being very intentional about the order that the cards are in,
Mm-hmm.
and the numbers of commons and uncommons and rares are balanced differently compared to a draft booster.
Okay.
But that's as specific as I can be off the top of my head.
Okay.
So to open these on stream, I need to reintroduce an old friend
An old friend.
who we haven't heard from in quite a while, and their name is Card Cam,
Card cam.
and they are from the iPad. So I need to tap screen mirroring and zoom, and any second now. Okay, now we can see what will become Card Cam in a moment. All right, how did I do this last time? I want to drag this over here.
Is that I think is that a Scrabble?
Yes,
Good job. Good work.
thank you. And I'm just playing with the cropping here before we get started. Move this over an inch. Drag this out an inch. All right, how's that look? Okay, I think you'll be able to see the entire card there. Let's crack open 2 Midnight Hunt set boosters.
Midnight hunt. Look for stuff at night
Then we will.
and kill it.
That's what you generally do on a hunt. I guess there's other types of hunts, scavenger and whatnot.
Did I tell you Elliot for a while was saying that he was going to go for a hunt?
Don't recall that.
He would be like, "I'm going to go for a hunt," but he meant like a walk.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He just meant that we were going to go for a stroll.
Yeah.
Ooh, a token.
Our first token. I'm going to turn on an additional lamp and see if it
Mm-hmm.
makes the lighting better or worse.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that's better.
No, there's glare. It actually made it worse, in my opinion. Look, you can see in the back. Well, I was about to indicate with my cursor, but on the stream you can't see the cursor. I saw to that, so I'm gonna have to indicate with my finger. Look over. See right?
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
Right there, that's the end stream button. You can see a glimpse
A glimpse.
of the second monitor I spoke about. Okay, so okay, here's something that you won't find in a draft booster. It's an art card.
Mm. Oh my God. And it's the best art card
Uh,
possible? It's
art.
a bunch of cats and a ghost cat?
I believe the name of this card is "Can't Stay Away." And let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like 9 live cats and 1 ghost cat by my count.
Yeah, and Rudy's in there really chomping.
Yeah, um, good for Rudy. If you're curious, if you're curious about the back of this thing, it just says art series, and it says "Can't Stay Away" is the name of the card, the name of the author, and apparently it's number 56 out of 81. If that's followed by this interesting land, which is foil, in addition to being Eternal Night style art. I believe that's what they call that. Eternal Night. Okay, we got our first common. So I believe the idea is that the commons have a theme. So this is Siege Zombie.
Oh.
So perhaps the theme is zombie. This might confirm that. Here's Larder Zombie for 1 blue mana. Now, this is interesting. Maybe there's more to the story than just what if there were zombies. Next common is Ritual Guardian.
Oh.
Who is a human soldier with Coven. And common number 4, and I think this might be the last of the commons, is, come on, focus. Focus. Focus.
I'm really paying attention, Will.
I'm not talking to you, Liz. All right. Focus, and focus on this now.
I love this one.
It's Hedge Witch's Mask. So that's the second white common. This one is an equipment. In Kessig, even Celebration wears a fearsome face. I'm reviewing the flavor text on these commons, trying to see if maybe there's something that binds them there flavor-wise, but if there is, I'm not seeing it. Anyway, here's our first uncommon. It's Nebelgast Intruder.
I also love this guy.
It's a good guy, especially like what he's doing to the guy in the background.
Yeah.
He's dropping a lot of fish. He's dropped a bucket of fish. He's been so overwhelmed. I guess that's what he was intruding.
That's why you don't put all your fish in one bucket.
Next uncommon is also blue, and it's Firmament Sage, a human wizard. Makes it day when it enters the battlefield. I'm liking this so far.
I think that thing shows. I think I have that thing that's in that card as its own card.
The Celestis.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got our first double-sided card now.
Your favorite.
So it's Daybound. It is Village Watch.
I have a different version of this card in Arena.
So not only is it double-sided, but I believe this art style is called Equinox.
Nice.
Framing. So we got Village Watch, Red Human Werewolf on this side, and on the other side, Village Reavers.
Yeah.
Full-blown werewolf. Nightbound style. I really like the Equinox frames. I mean, I also really like the Eternal Night black and white art style.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like the next 2 cards are also double-sided. This one is blue and it's Gale Drifter.
Yes, a hippogriff.
It is a hippogriff and it has disturb. So if it's dead and you disturb it from the graveyard, it comes back as Whale Drifter, a hippogriff spirit. Wait, that's no griff. At least not anymore.
Thanks, Jor.
Jor. That's 2/3 of my middle name right
I was
there.
gonna say. We saw another card with that hippogriff on it because Kenny looked at the cards with me when I was opening some of my packs because
Yeah.
I know that he likes the art
Yeah.
a lot. And there was another card with a hippogriff, but we didn't realize it was a hippogriff and so Kenny was like, "What the fuck's that swan horse?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And later I was like, "It's a hippogriff." He was like, "Oh."
Here's a white double-sided creature. It's ambitious farmhand
Mm-hmm.
who is a human peasant, and the way you transform it is cost of 1 and 2 white, but only if you can meet the coven conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you transform it, then on the back we have seasoned Cathar.
So, as a question, what counts as a power?
Oh, yeah. So you mean because of coven?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is all information I'm sure I could have read about,
This
learned about, or searched up myself. And instead I thought, I'm just going to ask Will.
You have come up with an excellent example of an FAQ because you had the same reaction I did to hearing the language for coven,
Mm-hmm.
which is when I read different powers, I immediately thought of abilities.
Mm-hmm.
But ability is the language that magic uses for abilities.
Mm-hmm.
What in magic terms do we use the word power for?
Oh, is it literally just the number?
The number, the first number. Yeah. The
That's
first number is power and the second is toughness.
that's so boring.
It's different. It is different. But at least, I mean, not every creature has special abilities, but every creature is going to have a
Yes,
power,
that's true. That makes it a little
a
bit
number
easier.
that is their power. So,
I I have a bit of a I have a little bit of a criticism of
yeah,
Magic the Gathering
yeah,
in general,
go on.
which is when they have these sets, I feel like um I want them to use the things more that are special.
Mm,
So like the transforming thing is big in this set,
yep, huge.
but it's not. I thought it was going to be like you could have you could have a whole bunch of different decks that don't do anything with the night or day part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yet they're selling it as like werewolf time.
Yeah.
And there are a bunch of wolves and werewolves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, make more. Why
Yeah.
why are there all these other things that I can't like there's not enough. I feel like there's not enough cards that do the thing for me to do the thing the way I want it, or there's only like one way to do it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that that's justified. And I think that Arena makes that clear because when you use Arena, it's easy to see like a bird's eye view
Mm-hmm.
of like all the cards that you could be using. And when you get that bird's eye view, it's like suddenly you realize like, oh, if I want to create like this particular type of deck, like it's almost set in stone like which cards I should pick.
Yeah.
But in paper magic, it feels a little different, especially if you're not, every day checking the previews for a new set, finding out what the new cards are before they're out. Yeah, I feel like I share your feelings.
Like the time that this came up for me the first time was the dungeons.
Yeah,
because I just felt like there was I was like, oh, I could make whole decks that just don't include the dungeons. And then I was like, well, I want to make it more dungeony.
Yeah.
And it was like difficult to like make something consistently dungeony enough that it made sense to include cards where you entered into the dungeon sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like the sort of flip side of what you're saying is that imagine you're doing a draft or a sealed deck event like the one I'm doing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's nice to, you know, in order to feel like there is variety,
Yeah.
then there needs to be a certain number of usable archetypes.
Mm-hmm.
And so they can't go too hard on just one unique archetype,
Yeah.
or else every deck that you made in a draft, you know, in any limited format where you're limited to that one set,
Mm-hmm.
you would just end up making some kind of a dungeon deck as opposed to, oh, if I get these cards then that's a dungeon deck, but if I get these other cards then it's a dice deck. Or in the case
Dice.
of,
That was the other thing that I was like, I want to make a dice deck, and it was like so hard.
yeah, it
It
is
was easier to make a dungeon deck than a dice deck.
it's true. I think there's more variety in ways to make a dungeon deck. When you make a dice deck, it's just, I think from what I've experienced, from what I've seen and played with, you would be foolish to make anything other than the deck that just goes barbarian class, pixie guide, Delina wild mage, if I'm remembering the name of that
Mm-hmm.
card correctly. Like that's your like trifecta, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. That's your Triforce right there. And then the rest is also kind of obvious, like Brazen Dwarf,
Mm-hmm.
Farida, um, Power of Persuasion. I
Yeah.
mean, there's room for variety, but not a ton of room for
Mm-hmm.
variety.
And I guess too, I guess the other thing is that you can build decks like across sets to a
Right,
degree too.
right.
Um, which is I guess maybe just like too overwhelming for me. Like I want them to be contained and I want them to have a theme and I want them to have flavor and
You want to play limited, but you want to play limited in a set where there's uh, a lot of ways to do one archetype.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Strixhaven was pretty good for that.
Strixhaven was the best, which is why I didn't really notice it until
Yeah, you're I think you're lucky that Strixhaven was the first set that was new
yeah.
for you, because there's like there's enough of, different ways to build like a killer Witherbloom deck
Yeah.
as opposed to just one clear um, obvious way.
Yeah. We
Anyway,
can we can keep looking at cards, but thank you for indulging me
yeah,
complaining.
I've got two cards, the one shown here and the one I haven't shown. The one I'm showing now was last in the order, and it's a foil, but it's only a common. It's Dawnheart
Mm.
Rejuvenator. And then the rare is Sludge Monster,
Ugh.
a blue horror. Tracking it isn't the hard part. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, put a slime counter on up to one other target creature. Non horror creatures with slime counters on them lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 2/2.
I am by the way, I did get a planeswalker already.
Yeah, I hope it's Arlen if you built a werewolf deck.
It was green.
Did you get Ren and 7?
Yes.
Yeah, the land planeswalker.
Yes.
Apparently, Ren and 7 is a reference to an earlier card that only appears in Modern, so I'm not familiar with it. and it's not
Mm.
in Arena, but it's called Ren and 6.
Mm.
Um,
And after this, it'll be Ren and Stimpy.
I like that. I didn't see that coming. That's very good.
Really? Oh,
No, no.
good.
I was just thinking about numbers. I wasn't. I'm having the damnedest time trying to open the second pack. Um, what do you see? What do your elf eyes see, Liz?
Oh my gosh, you sound like Kenny. You know, Kenny says that all the time.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
He says it about Rudy mostly. He
Okay.
says, Rudy, what do your cat eyes see as? I saw a fucking hummingbird,
Oh, nice.
but like high up. You know, I'm on the third floor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice.
And also, I've never seen a hummingbird. Um, Here, I've seen hummingbirds in my life.
Good. I hope so. Here's a beast token.
I have a card that makes these tokens
Very good.
in my deck.
The art card is Jaren Corrupted Bishop,
Ooh,
who looks like this.
I don't know. He looks pretty hot.
He looks like he's based on somebody. He looks like that kind of. He has that kind of face. I'm not going to bother putting this one on card cam. It's an island. It's not even foil. We got our first common. Let's see if we can find a theme. Crawl from the Cellar. It's a black sorcery.
Okay.
That's followed by Hobbling Zombie. And I just got an email. Oh, very nice. Thank you. It's got Death Touch. I like that.
Love a good death touch.
Our third common is green, and it's Harvesttide Sentry, Human Warrior. I think you spoke about making a pumpkin deck.
Yeah, I
Here's
did.
something that can fit in there. We see a jack-o'-lantern. And then this is kind of a surprise because we might not pin down the specifics, but we're starting to get a sense of what the contents of a set booster can be. I swear in the last pack we opened, we had 4 commons in a row. That was only 3. The next card I have here is uncommon. And I wish it would focus.
Yes, this card.
Fading Hope.
I love the art on this card. It's so sad.
Yeah, that's a good piece of art by Rovina Kai, or K, or Sai, or Say.
Chai.
Che. Blue Instant. That is followed by another blue instant uncommon called Dissipate.
Oh.
Which is a counter spell.
I haven't seen this one.
If the spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Okay, so this next card is one that is I'm glad we got this, if only so that I can talk about this with you. That one possibility for these set boosters is that you will get in one of these slots a card that is specifically for the commander format.
Right, yes.
Which doesn't exist in Arena. And so you will not see this card in Arena. I believe, if I understand correctly. And it's mythic, and it's Avacyn's Memorial. And you can tell that this is a commander card because...
It's got a different symbol.
Please ignore how long my fingernail is. It has a different set symbol. It's a legendary artifact for 5 and 3 white. It's indestructible. Other legendary permanents you control have indestructible.
I love a statue.
Sure.
In like a place where everything else is destroyed.
So that is followed by a rare, which is Curse of Obsession. And I didn't realize this, but apparently there are 2 slots where you can get commander cards. This is
Mm.
also a commander specific card. You enchant the player at the beginning of enchanted player's draw step. That player draws 2 additional cards. At the beginning of enchanted player's end step, that player discards their hand. So this is an example of a curse that you might enchant yourself with.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you already had like no cards except like this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we get into the block of 3 double-faced cards, one right after the other. And then there's a foil, which I'm going to skip. I'm going to skip to the foil because it's another common, and it's Clarion Cathars,
Mm-hmm.
a white knight.
Boo 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 boo.
And
And a
then
trumpet.
of these 3 double-faced cards, 2 are common, and the last is a rare.
Mm.
So this is a pack with 3 rares.
Yeah, that's
Two of them I'm not going to use because they're commander specific,
mm-hmm.
but still 3 rare pack. That's pretty cool. This Daybound Human Werewolf is Harvest-Tide Infiltrator. Very funny art on this card. Love this guy's face and costume. And Nightbound, he is Harvest-Tide Assailant.
So here's another thing about these cards in terms of the day and night stuff,
Yeah.
which is that like it seems like making it day or night is different all over the place.
How so?
It's like there seems to be some things that trigger it. There are some cards that I guess like I've seen some cards that say about the casting of the spells to make it night or day, but I feel like that's not every card that has a night day situation.
So
But maybe I'm just dumb.
no, you're not dumb. This is kind of complicated. So some cards say if it's neither night nor day when this is cast, then it becomes day when this is cast.
Mhm.
The reason for that being, of course, when the game starts, it is neither night nor day.
Mhm.
If it is neither night nor day and you play a day bound creature,
Yes.
it becomes day.
Okay.
Once it's day, then very few cards themselves are going to trigger the night day transition.
Mm-hmm.
The number of spells that are cast in a turn are going to cause it to switch from day to night or vice versa. And I wish I had a token here that explained that, but if I remember correctly, if it's day and somebody casts 2 or more spells on their own turn, then it'll
Mm-hmm.
become night afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's night and a player casts no spells on their own turn, then that'll make it day on the next turn.
Okay.
That's sort of the main way it's supposed to happen,
Mm-hmm.
if I understand correctly. Sure, we can look at it in Arena and get into it more.
I like that Arena tells me how it works.
Last common is
Jesus Christ.
a human wizard, the Ecstatic Awakener. For 2 and a black, and sacrifice another creature, draw a card, then transform Ecstatic Awakener into
I do not want to be friends with that guy. And I really don't want to be friends with this guy.
Awoken Demon. And then finally, our double-faced rare to close with is it's. I'll give you a hint. It's red on both sides. Any guesses as to what this might be?
No.
Bet you're thinking it's probably a werewolf.
Yeah.
It is Smoldering Egg.
This is one of the main cards in my deck that I've been using a lot.
It is a dragon egg. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of ember counters onto it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. Then if it has 7 or more ember counters on it, remove them and transform Smoldering Egg into... Ashmouth Dragon.
The coolest dragon.
Pretty cool dragon. A
Can I
dragon
tell
is
you
born,
something
a
really
province burns.
annoying about when I've been playing this card, though, which is sort of funny?
Yeah.
So anytime you cast an instant or sorcery, you get to deal 2 damage. And I've done that a bunch of times, and literally every single time I have been playing against somebody that has no cards with toughness that are 2 or less.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like literally every time um there hasn't been like a good, I haven't been, it's not been super useful to me, I guess is my point.
Right. Yeah.
Because a bunch of times I wasn't even attacking, so it wasn't even like, oh well, this will make it easier to defeat this. It was just like I had cast a spell, so I got to do this thing that then meant nothing essentially.
Yeah. Bummer. All right.
Oh, I hope the sun stays behind that cloud.
That's it for Card Cam.
Bye, Card Cam. Nice to see you.
Thank you for your service, Card Cam, as always. See you next time for Crimson Vow. But first, now we get into Arena.
And Crimson Vow's all vampires, right?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be vampire centric, specifically an opulent vampire wedding.
Because there's a lot of vampires in this deck, in this set. I mean,
right, exactly. So the answer to your question is, I expect. I mean, we don't know for sure yet, but I expect that Crimson Vow will be all vampires in the same way that Midnight Hunt is all werewolves.
I guess I'm just wondering, like,
not.
do you think that there will be werewolves in?
I do. Yeah, I think if there were vampires in Midnight Hunt, and there are, I think that there will probably be new werewolves in Crimson Vow.
Because I'm also thinking, like, once Crimson Vow comes out, that I'm going to make, like, a hella vampire deck, but use stuff from this set.
I think that is something that they would have you do, certainly, yeah. Fun little, not fun, really, just fact about the stream. You remember, of course, many times I've complained of my monitor flickering.
Yes.
While we were looking at Card Cam, that did happen. And when it happened, the television, aka second monitor, did not flicker.
That's good.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Something to keep in mind, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to share Arena. And we're going to do some recropping. If you'll allow it, Zoom, please.
I'm sure that maybe this was just the best way to write it, but like I am annoyed at that powers thing because I feel like it would be better to say like that each have a different amount of power. Like I understand as I'm saying this that these people have already figured out that this was the most concise way to say this.
Yeah, and concision is so important.
But like I feel like it's not that they're different, like different powers, even with that being the convention, sounds misleading to me. It's different amounts.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm sure
it's not like I do this for my job or anything.
I'm sure they tested it and this was the best way.
Can I tell you something really quick?
Of course.
So my friend Jay texted me like a little bit ago because he has like a front window and there's a couch in front of the front window.
Yeah.
And he texted me a picture of a plant, and the plant was growing up between the carpet and the baseboard.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "How did it get in?" And I said, "I don't know, Jay." So then like I texted with him like last week because I was like, "Did you get rid of the plant? Like, did you figure out where the plant's coming from yet?" He was like, "No, because there's all those bushes in the front." Oh, he has like a kid and a wife. And he was like, we don't want to spray it when the kid's around. and it's hard for me to get to the front because there are these bushes there. I'm like, Jay, is that plant just thriving in your house still, like weeks later? And he was like, yes, Liz. And I don't know why there's no sunlight there because, again, it was like the couch is there. So it's like dark. I think he was like getting a toy or something and like saw it growing, a vine growing. But he just texted me a photo and it seems to be of a bolt that would be like holding a porch together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it seems like the wood has broken and the bolt is now lower than the wood.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Hang on.
I know it's like, oh.
Try to hold it in front of yourself.
Nope. Okay, this isn't working. But I just said, what am I looking at here? And I'm hoping that I get an update. Because I would like to, I assume that this is related to the plant.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to know where that plant's coming from. The fact that because they were like, well, we don't want to spray it when our kid's home. I was like, why have you done nothing about this? Like, I guess a plant growing into your house is like less terrifying than like a mouse or something. And I agree with that. But like, I would have immediately crawled under those bushes in the front and tried to figure out the source. Like, is it from coming? Because the question is like, is it coming from inside the house?
Like the call. Like the phone call.
Yes.
Fascinating.
I sent him a GIF from that, by the way, when I said that.
From what?
From the scary movie that's from.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know the name of.
Yeah, that's why.
But I knew of it, and I found a GIF of it saying that on the bottom with the person on the phone looking scared.
Yeah, that's what everyone knows. I haven't seen the movie either, but I believe it is from the movie When a Stranger Calls. Ooh.
Oh.
By the way, do you like my background?
Yeah, I do. It's a moon.
Do you know what it's from? The water could give you a hint.
That's not from Monkey Island, is it?
Oh, no. No.
What is it from?
It's from Ponyo.
Ponyo. I should have known that. We just watched Ponyo like a week and a half ago. 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it's pretty subtle. There's not a lot to give it away.
Ponyo.
Anyway, you want to blaze through some arena packs with me?
I read Howl's Moving Castle, by the way.
Yeah, you told me.
It was good. I finished it at the beach.
All right, something for a pumpkin deck. It's the Crossroads Candle Guide. Got a zombie and a spirit. Mm-hmm. Candle Trap. Blade Brand. The Swan Horse.
Yeah, the Swan Horse. Everyone's favorite swan horse. What a magnificent horse.
Yes, he is a magnificent horse. Mysterious Tome, which
I haven't gotten this one.
Into Chilling Chronicle. This looks like something.
Oh my gosh, it's like a pop-up book.
This looks like something out of Eldraine, which is nice because I miss Eldraine. And our first rare is Falconwrath Pit Fighter, a vampire warrior. Sack a vampire, draw 2 cards, only if an opponent lost life this turn. Okay. So score 1 for vampires. Let's do a tally. Hang on 1 second. Notepad.
Oh, you're pulling up the application notepad.
Indeed. Okay, so we got vampires, werewolves, zombies, spirits, and humans.
Boring.
Vampires are at 1.
How hot is it in Arizona right now, by the way?
Pretty hot. It is it's about 95 degrees.
It's 85 here, which, as you know, is like pretty hot for like late. I would say it's late or mid to late October or September. Fuck.
It is September still.
Skipped right over my birthday. I'm 33 now.
Well, baby. You wouldn't know it to look at these cards.
Yeah,
It
that's
should
true.
really be October.
Um,
I think I've told you this before, but when they announced these two sets were coming out, I assumed that they were both going to come out simultaneously, and I assumed they were going to come out in October.
right, yeah.
But actually, one in September and one in November, which is
Hmm.
all right. Fair enough. Morning Patrol, get it? Becomes Morning Apparition.
Yeah, which I showed this one to Kenny and he got really sad.
Well, the dog seems happy at least.
He was like,
Uh,
I don't like thinking about dogs being sad.
Here's Electric Revelation.
Yeah, I have this card and I just keep seeing it and then not using it.
Yeah, I haven't really mastered using this type of card. Ardent Elementalist. We saw this earlier in person.
Hmm.
Blessed Defiance.
I will say a bunch of my cards do have flashback, and I have actually used that to my advantage pretty well. I've
We,
actually been pretty good at that. I was like, cool, I'm not completely fucking this up.
Speaking of flashback, both our uncommons have it. Rite of Oblivion and Diregraph Rebirth. But the rare, oh, we got the Deserted Beach. It's our first rare dual land. And it's
That was the other thing about what I've pulled so far is I haven't gotten that many. I didn't get the dual land, which I know I can just make, but I didn't because I was like, this is dumb. I'm gonna get it eventually. But I haven't gotten that. Yeah, I have that jack-o'-lantern in my deck too. I haven't gotten that many like multicolored. Like the cards aren't super multicolored.
yeah, that's true. Um, got two very memeable cards
Hmm.
right next to each other here. The Lantern and the Bear. Tavern Ruffian becomes Tavern Smasher. We got
I like him a lot. He's really useful.
yeah, good common. Immolation, couple of wild cards. Storm Skrillex, blue red Drake Horror, and the rare is also a wild card. Moving on.
Boring. Useful later. Boring now.
Hey, Swan Horse, our good friend. Celestis Sanctifier. Okay, so here's the day night token.
Yes,
So
which I've read this.
this can confirm or deny what I said. Um, if a player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes night next turn. Okay, so that's actually the reverse of what I said.
Hmm.
I got
But right click for more information.
so if a player casts at least two spells during their own turn, it becomes day. So yeah, so what I said, I switched the two. I
Mm-hmm.
said the day thing for night and the night thing for day, which I think I think I might have done that for a reason, which I think in my opinion, the way I did it makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But fair enough. We'll learn it with a little more practice. Here's a reprint of a classic, Plummet.
Yes, a good one.
Eccentric Farmer. Oh, more pumpkins,
Yes, maybe I will make a pumpkin deck.
which would be solely for flavor. There's nothing to the function of the cards that would unite them, as far as I know.
Yeah, it would be they would be connected by how cool I am.
That's right.
I
Uh,
have this person too. I really like this card.
good werewolf. Obsessive astronomer, a human
Yeah.
wizard, and hallowed respite is the rare. Exile target non-legendary creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it entered under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Otherwise, tap it, and it has flashback. This will go really well into a white-blue deck I already have in here, which is one of the pre-cons, but I've played around with it. And it's the one that heavily uses Foretell. Are
Yes.
you familiar with that deck at all?
Yes, I am. And I'm very good at using Foretell now.
That's good. I recently lost a game to Andrew because I foretold a spell when I could have just used it. And had I just used it, I would have won the game.
That's so funny. Were you
And
so mad?
instead, I lost.
Were you full of rage?
Yeah, yeah. Andrew and I don't speak anymore. I was
Did you
so
just punch Andrew in the face?
it was on Arena, but
I can't tell if
I
Andrew's the kind of person who would completely shrivel when faced with physical violence or would suddenly be so strong and you'd be horrified.
I'll speculate
Because
that at a later time.
Kenny is the kind of person that suddenly becomes a monster.
Sure.
Not that he's ever been in a fight that I've seen, but there have been a few times when violence was a possibility and he literally like sat up straighter and his shoulders got wider. And I was like, it was very hot.
Take your word for
In
that.
retrospect, it was very hot.
This card, I think, has a very funny name.
I think it does too.
Bird Admirer. The Bird Admirer has logged on. We saw this one already. Okay,
Yeah.
this I'm glad to have this because this is going to go into my body of research deck, which is green, blue, and needs permanents with mana abilities, like this one has. And the rare. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh yes, this is the one of the most scary cards. I said to Kenny, "Have you watched any? I'm assuming you haven't watched Walking Dead recently.
Not recently, no.
There are these characters called the. There's this group of people that are called the Whisperers,
Yeah.
and they all wear zombie skin
Yeah.
masks.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Kenny, "Look, it's the Whisperers."
That's right. Do you know why I said that's interesting?
No, I thought it was just because it's the worst card, and I hate the art, and I hate it.
Well, here's the thing. The art is the reason. Because I have been paying attention to the previews
Mm-hmm.
and oh, you're not going to see this because I haven't shared my whole screen with you. I've only shared Arena with you. Would you look at the stream? And in a minute, you'll see what I'm showing
Okay,
on my desktop.
I'm looking. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, yes, it's different.
The face is different.
I will say this one is slightly less scary.
Yeah.
This person seems a little bit more okay with what happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Which kind of makes it creepier because it's like, it's the face that's supposed to be foreign, you know?
Yeah.
The face is like in control and the body is like horrified is my reading of what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is the art for that different now? That's weird.
Are the artists different?
Manuel something? No, it says the same name.
Well, Will, you've really uncovered a conspiracy here.
Sure, there's a story behind that. Anyway, I think I know what deck I'll put this into. Blue black deck, where that'll fit in nicely. Not seeing a lot of tribal rares like I was expecting to when I brought up the notepad. Here's our friend Hobbling Zombie. Here's Bounding Wolf, who is going to eat a bat, it looks like.
Or maybe the bat's trying to eat him and he's like, get away. Have you seen that picture of that lobster lady like throwing a lobster back?
No.
It looks similar to that. I'll send it to you then.
Okay. This guy's locked in the cemetery.
Yeah. Or guy.
This guy's eaten alive.
Ooh. Harsh.
Infernal Grasp is a removal instant. Voldarin Ambusher is a vampire archer.
Ooh. Does he not have reach?
Apparently not.
Why would you have an archer that doesn't have reach? It's
That-
literally the symbol for reach.
That is a bad flavor. I agree. That is a flavor miss. The rare is Curse of Surveillance, which if you want to talk about disturbing art.
Oh yes, I hate this one.
This
I
is
hate this one.
this is perhaps the only one that is worse than Grafted Identity, if I remembered that name correctly.
Did you ever read the Cam books?
No.
They were like an early chapter
Okay.
but it was about this girl. Oh no, no, not Cam. It wasn't Cam. Cam was the girl that had a photogenic memory. There was another book of a similar genre
Jean.
where this girl had an eyeball on the end of her finger and she used it to solve mysteries.
Sure.
But like mostly it was just like this person imagining what it would be like to have an eyeball on your finger. So she would be like she put her finger in her pocket to see how much change she had. And it was like, and then at one point she was swimming and had to wear, I don't know why she didn't just close it. She had to wear like a tiny clear ball on her finger
Sure.
for when she went swimming.
For protection, yeah.
Just close it. You can just close your eyes. She was like, my ball's leaking.
Did it have an eyelid?
I think so. I'll find out this series too. I'm about to text you the Lobster Woman.
It might not have had an eyelid. That sounds like something I've heard of, but I'm not familiar with. Cursive surveillance at the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep. Any number of target players other than that player each draw cards equal to the number of curses attached to that player. Okay, that's really specific. Probably not going to come in handy.
Oh, it was literally just called Emily Eyefinger.
Great.
I have just been calling this person Cam in my mind but it's not because Cam's the girl with the photographic memory.
I just got a textual message on my cellular telephone.
Yeah, please look at this Lobster Woman. She's 96. She's been lobstering for like 70 years or something.
Yeah. I see the resemblance.
And I saw somebody so they just did an article on her on NPR, but I saw a tweet about this picture a while because people were clearly like memeing the hell out of this picture, but
sure.
I saw somebody tweet, what if she's not throwing the lobster but is instead so powerful that she's pulling it in from the ocean?
She's lobster bending.
Because basically she's lobster bending, because basically what she's doing in that photo is that lobster's too small, so she's throwing it back.
Yep.
But yeah, I called her a Lobster Woman to Kenny, and he was like, there's got to be another name for that. Because he thought I was going to show him like a drawing of a woman that was a lobster.
Yep. But words have multiple meanings. Blood Pact. We've seen this one in person. Bat Whisperer. And Play with Fire. This was one of the first cards that they revealed from this
Can you go to Bat Whisperer again really quick? Something funny that happens in Arena is they change the way they orient the tokens depending on like where it is on the screen. But I always read everything left to right. So when I got this card, the same thing happened, and it was just like bat.
Oh, right. You thought bat was a card, not a token.
And then of course I understood immediately, in a half a second later, but.
All right, we got Bloodline Culling for our rare. Choose one. Target creature gets -5/-5, or creature tokens get -2/-2.
That's very interesting. Is Scute Swarm still a thing?
Yeah, Scute Swarm is still in standard. It was
because that could clear out a Scute Swarm.
Scute Swarm is from Zendikar Rising. We got Shipwreck Sifters.
Kenny loved this card.
Great art.
Loved it.
We got Neonate's Rush. I'm gonna give this card the award for horniest art.
I was gonna say, yeah, she's like absolutely about to orgasm.
This is Morkrut Behemoth, the zombie giant. Okay, yep. Reprint of a classic, Return to Nature.
I put this in my deck.
I'm glad to see this make a return.
Am I just giving away all my secrets by telling you what I put in my deck?
I mean, you're going to see me build mine, so
I guess that's true.
I don't think it'll make a difference. Drown Yard Amalgam is a zombie horror. Vivisection is a sorcery. Moon Silver Key. Search your library for an artifact with a mana ability or a basic land card. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Okay.
Oh yeah, and I was like, certainly, I bet Sun Gold locks a card, but I haven't encountered that yet.
Sun Gold Lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So maybe you can. You've reminded me. I wanted to. I saw a Sam Martone tweet today that I wanted to respond to. Um, he did. He did the same thing that you've just done.
Yeah.
But he did it with Nomadland. He wrote Nomadland, more like Yes Happy Sky.
Oh, Will, I wasn't making a joke.
Well, but you
No.
didn't you
Read
say?
the flavor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's in the flavor. Yeah. So I guess yeah, I said you did, but I should have said they did. They did it first before you pointed it out to me. But I thought the fun way to respond to this
Yes.
is okay, and here's what I've come up with, and you tell me if you think you can do better.
Okay, well, read me his again and then say yours. So I hear them back to back.
Okay. He wrote Nomadland, more like Yes Happy Sky.
Yes.
I want to respond to his tweet simply by saying Max Bodega Zero.
I don't understand.
Okay. You've heard of Sam and Max?
Yes.
Not Sam, but
Max.
not
Not
Mart,
Mart.
but Bodega, and not one, but zero. Now, the hardest part of that, in my mind, is getting from Mart to Bodega. There's another way to do this, of course, which is that you don't break up Martone into Mart and One. You break it up into Mar and Tone.
Yes.
Do you think that there is a version of that that tracks better than Bodega Zero? Also, do you think that there's a better opposite of Mart than Bodega?
I mean, store maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm looking up something.
Anyway, while you're looking that up and thinking about that, I want to point out that Sareth the Viper's Fang is our rare. It's a human warlock, so that's one for the humans.
God, what a little snickety snake there. A little.
Other tapped creatures you control have Death Touch. Other untapped creatures you control have Hexproof.
Jesus.
Untap another target creature or land you control. Pretty good. Legendary creature. All right, we got 3 we've already seen here in the middle. On the ends, we have Timberland Guide. We can do something with that.
Oh yeah, I have him.
Well, we can do something with the name of this guy though. If he's guiding you to anything, or if he's guiding anything someplace, he's guiding Sexy back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Homestead Courage on the other end. Got Village Watch, which we saw in person, and we got the Overwhelmed Archivist, which becomes Archive Haunt. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a second Grafted Identity, so that's not very special.
I'm trying to find antonyms.
Antonyms, yeah.
And there are no antonyms. And so I'm trying to find another word that will have antonyms
For Mart.
for Mar.
Oh, for Mar. Okay. Silver Bolt.
Yes, I have this.
Candle Grove Witch.
I love this one. I love this art. I mean, I haven't used it.
Duel for Dominance.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Can I see the art on that one really quick?
Yeah.
Is that a fox or is it a werewolf? It looks foxy, or the one on the left.
I'd assume that they're both werewolves.
Okay. One is much littler than the other.
Yeah. We got Rise of the Ants.
This was another one that I just thought was just a fucking ant. And then,
The insect was the card.
yeah.
Burly Breaker becomes Dire Strain Demolisher. I like the two arts here.
Yeah, I do too. I like the parallel shape.
Yep. Yeah. And the moon in the background.
Oh, and this one has ward, weirdly. That's the first card I've seen in this set that has ward.
Yeah, Ward is like a not a set specific ability, but like a global across
I
the
mean, but I
game.
haven't seen any other cards that have ward in this set.
Yeah. It's they're few and far between. Our rare is a mythic, and it's Intrepid Adversary. This is part of
Mm,
a cycle. Are you familiar with this cycle?
I don't think so.
So each color has a mythic that says when this enters the battlefield, you may pay cost any number of times. And then
Right.
when you do that for each time you paid the cost, this happens. It triggers this.
I think I have seen one of the other ones, but I don't know which one.
Okay. So I know you're familiar with Kicker because Kicker is in Zendikar Rising.
Yes.
There's also a thing from the history of Magic, which I think I may have told you about before, because I wanted to see it in the D&D set. It's called Multi-Kicker. They're basically, they're not using the word multi-kicker, I guess because there aren't enough cards in the set to justify
Calling it that, yeah.
using that keyword, which might just confuse more people.
Yeah.
But what this is multi-kicker.
Okay.
It is okay. There's a cost, and you can pay it as many times as you want, and for each payment of that cost, you get the effect. Just like kicker is an extra cost for an extra benefit.
Yeah.
Multi-kicker is an extra cost for an extra benefit that you can do multiple times at once.
Yeah.
And what this one does is put that many Valor counters on Intrepid Adversary. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each Valor counter on Intrepid Adversary. It is a human scout, and so that is another one for humans. Humans have taken the lead. All right, we've seen everything from the middle to the right here. We've also got Bait Hook Angler. Very silly background art on this card.
Yes.
It becomes Hook Haunt Drifter.
I love this like octopus ghost though.
Yeah.
And I love it that it's an octopus ghost because it's like a watery, like it's like a boatman.
Yeah, he's a fisherman.
Yeah.
And look who it is. It's Jor.
Jor.
Jor was determined to stay out until he got a bite from something big. We've also got a vampire called Voldarin Stinger.
Yep.
And the rare, one for werewolves.
Oh, this is what I need.
This
I need
is
this
what
guy.
you need, yeah. This is a legendary creature, Tovalar. And whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And so when they designed this card, they had more than limited in mind. Because look at what this says.
Mm-hmm.
It says at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? You understand why they would write that?
Mm-mm.
Because you might play with this in a deck that is not limited to Midnight Hunt,
Mm.
where you have human werewolves that can transform into werewolves, but because they're not from Midnight Hunt, they don't transform based on the day-night mechanic.
Right. Yes.
So not only does it become night, but also you transform any other
Yeah.
human werewolves you want to transform as well. Very complicated game. Okay, we got Diregraph Horde, got Stolen Vitality,
Ugh.
Candlelit Cavalry, Field of Ruin is a reprint. We got Hound Tamer, which becomes Untamed Pup.
Aw, sorry, guy.
And we got a Human Soldier, which becomes a Spirit Soldier. Because it's white-blue, I'm going to chalk this up to as a win for spirits.
Mm-hmm.
It's Denic. Cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities. Yada, yada, yada.
Can you look at Stolen Vitality again?
Mm-hmm.
This guy looks like the guy from Shrek.
Lord Farquaad?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I think a lot of that is in the haircut. I see it too. All right. Spirits, congratulations. You're on the board. Oh, also, I forgot to put werewolves on the board with Tovalar.
Mm-hmm.
So only zombies are not on the board based on the rares I've gotten.
Google just sent me a push notification on my phone that says, your birthday is around the corner. Can't wait to celebrate with you. You're not... What? How?
Who's saying that?
Who is we?
Okay, Google. Duress is a classic.
Yes.
It's been reprinted. Organ Hoarder. Crawl from the Cellar, Village Watch. Dawnheart Wardens.
I love the art on this one.
Very good. Haha. Okay. You know this card, right?
No. Oh, the no maximum hand size card.
Yep. This is one of the first cards that they revealed very early from this set. Triskaideka File. Do you get it? Do you get the name?
Is that
Do you know
someone who's obsessed with the number 13?
Well, yeah. You know what Triskaidekaphobia is.
Somebody who's afraid of
Fear
the number 13.
of the number 13. Well, this is Triskaideka File. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. I will probably not be trying to do that.
I clicked on the notification, by the way, and it just took me to like Google Assistant, and it just says birthday, your birthday. And then below it, it says how to plan a birthday party as a suggested search.
Oh, wow. How nice.
Thanks, Google.
Aren't you glad that we live in a time when that's possible?
Yeah.
Shady Traveler becomes Stalking Predator.
I really like the flavor on this one.
Yeah, so I can't... I think we talked about this, not on stream, but you and I talked about it before. Historically, the colors of werewolves are red and green.
Yes.
And then because werewolves are supposed to be the focus of this set, they expanded that to black.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they specifically designed 2 transforming cards, one for each of the remaining colors. There's a white human werewolf who transforms into a red werewolf. And there's a blue human werewolf who transforms into a green werewolf, which is my favorite, which is the blue human is Suspicious Stowaway, who transforms into
I got that card.
Seafaring werewolf.
Seafaring werewolf is just such a funny.
I love that name. Revenge of the Drowned, Ritual Guardian, Beloved Beggar.
That
And
one's a nice spirit card.
yeah,
Ah, this is what I need.
yes, this is the dual land you need. Rockfall Vale.
Yeah.
I like the new dual lands.
Yeah, they're good. I walked, by the way, when I was on my walk with Elliot, I walked past, we were in this like sort of foresty part before we got to the sidewalk, but it was also sort of swampy. And if Elliot hadn't been scooting ahead so aggressively, I was going to take a picture of it and send you, have it just say like dual land, green, black.
That's good.
Oh.
Here's not only a swan horse, but a spirit swan horse.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Guide Griff. Also, I can't see and read and hear Griff without thinking of Griffin Newman
Yeah.
from Blank Check. So, Griffin Newman, you're in my heart and on my mind. Thraben Exorcism.
Mm.
Exile target spirit, creature with disturb or enchantment. Turn the earth.
I have this in my deck, and I actually have been using it a lot.
Oh, cool. A lot of really interesting. Oh, more pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the middle of saying really interesting art on this card.
Yeah, it's like an ox plant spirit.
Yeah.
So, can I tell you how I've been using this card specifically?
Mm-hmm.
So, a bunch of the cards in my deck actually are doing a lot of shuffling between the graveyard and exile.
Yeah.
And so like one
Because
of
of
the card
flashback.
because of flashback, but then also one of the card, like a couple of the cards, or maybe just one, there's at least one card where I need to have a certain number of creature cards in my graveyard.
Yeah.
um and then I have another card where I take cards from my graveyard and put them back into my library.
Mm-hmm.
So I have used this card to get a creature, and then use the other card whose name I can't remember offhand to put cards that were in my graveyard back into my library so I have access to them again.
Right. Yes.
And then because both of those cards have flashback, I've been able to sort of cycle this a few times.
Yeah. That's clever. I when I look at this card and I see, choose cards in graveyards and the owner shuffle them in, I'm thinking I would mostly use this against my opponent if my opponent has cards which have flashback or disturb in their graveyard, cards
Mm-hmm.
in their graveyard that they stand to benefit from. Get them out of that graveyard, sort of back to square one with those. Plus, you gain 2 life. Got another Curse of Surveillance. Didn't want it. Thanks anyway.
Well, thank you, senor.
Okay, so the only first I'm seeing is up here, Ritual of Hope. And we got a human scout. Oh, so okay. So they brought back clue tokens.
Yes.
Which I'm happy because this just sort of completes a cycle in my mind. Eldraine had food tokens. Treasure tokens featured very heavily in Kaldheim and the D&D set. And now clue tokens are in the mix. I wish food was still in the mix, but
So is a
I'll
clue
take clues.
token just something that lets you draw a card?
Yep.
Okay.
For 2 and sacking it, you draw a card.
I've destroyed a couple of these today.
Very good. As long as you control a token, Briar Bridge Tracker gets +2/+0. So this is a human scout and green, and that brings humans up to 3. Humans are taking a commanding lead. I wasn't expecting to do it, but I just might build a humans deck when we're done with this. Are you gasping at Phantom Carriage?
Yeah.
Very good art. Reminds me of what are those things in Harry Potter called? The ones that you can't see unless you've witnessed death firsthand or some shit like that.
Yeah, the fuck. They're not hippogriffs.
No,
They're
they're not Dementors.
no, they're.
Anyway.
I'm gonna find it. Can I tell you? I mean, clearly those books are really, really complex
Oh yeah.
now in terms of like everything. So that aside, um, there's a moment when Harry can see those creatures for the first time, and
Mm-hmm.
he says it to one of his, I think to Neville,
Yep.
and Neville's like basically says like you have never been able
Yeah,
to
they've
see them
always been
before,
there. Yeah.
and it's like I don't think I don't think I burst into tears
Mm-hmm.
any other time in those books except in that specific moment.
It's a very memorable moment in the whole book series, and yet we can't
Yeah.
remember the name of those things.
Yeah, I'm looking them up right now.
Morbid Opportunist is the other uncommon, and the rare is My Second Deserted Beach. Not. I'd rather have a different land.
Thestrals.
Thestrals with a
Thestrals.
with a th.
With a th.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's sounds familiar now. Thank you. Oh, speak. Okay, so we got some sun gold.
Mm.
We were talking about moon silver before, and sun gold. Okay, so that's a theme that I wasn't aware of. We got Pax Betrayal.
I have this card in my deck.
I think maybe that's supposed to be Arlen.
Oh.
Tovalar's howl of command was too much to resist, even for Arlen's own loyal pack. So I guess Arlen had a pack that left her for Tovalar in the story of this set.
I love this card.
Excellent, excellent, excellent flavor. Heirloom mirror transforming into inherited fiend.
And you know what this specifically reminds me of?
What's that?
In season 6 of Buffy, in the episode where Dawn wishes to the vengeance demon that people wouldn't like leave her, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Early at the beginning of the episode, Buffy defeats this creature, but sort of gets knocked over, and it has a sword, and the creature goes into the sword,
Right?
and you can sort of like see its face in the sword.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Ooh, sword," and takes it home. And then later they accidentally release this creature from the sword.
Right.
But that creature, not only does this look like that in the sense that like it's the specter in the mirror, but also that creature looks like this creature.
Yeah,
like it's got like horns.
Yeah.
It's like shaped the same.
Classic demon.
I'd like to believe that Josh Hass was like, I'm just gonna make this look like that sword demon in Buffy, who we never get a name. We never get a name of what kind of demon it is, by the way.
I didn't see the name of the artist, and for a second I thought you were calling him Josh Whedon. Then you said Josh Hass. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, we got our second curse. It's the Curse of Shaken Faith. Whenever enchanted player casts a spell other than the first spell they cast each turn or copies a spell, Curse of Shaken Faith deals 2 damage to them. This is a pretty good curse.
Yeah.
Might not use it today, but I like it. I'm glad to have it. They reprinted Evolving Wilds.
Yes. They got rid of Fabled Passage, by the way.
Fabled Passage was an Eldraine rare, I think.
I updated my my rainbow deck today, and hey,
it's a Fabled Passage right here.
And I only had to replace 6 cards, which was pretty easy.
Yep. Yeah.
But my other 2 dragon decks I made, my life deck and my death deck.
Yeah.
It's like 20 cards. It's like 20 cards in each one. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I'm slowly chipping away at the work of updating decks to be standard legal. The one I think that's going to take the most work is the Volo Brawl deck.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because we were even more specific than we needed to be making that guy.
Right. Falcon Wrath Perforator.
Yes, I love the art on this one. All the swords, little knives.
Yep, that's cool.
Daggers, I guess they're called. They're called fucking daggers, and they're not called little knives. Liz. Jesus Christ.
vampires get some really cool art in
Yeah.
general. We got Secrets of the Key, Visit from Teferi. We got Harvest Tide Century, Blaine. I'm sorry, Bane. Bane Blade Scoundrel. Uh, I was born in it.
What are
Becomes
you doing?
Bane Blade Scoundrel.
Oh, Bane, Bane. Got it.
Becomes Bane Claw Marauder. Batman. It's the intruder. We saw this before. Talked about the bucket of fish.
Yes.
Okay, here's a werewolf rare. I think this is our first werewolf rare.
Yes, and
No,
I
no,
put this
no. I'm
guy.
sorry. It's our second.
This
Tovalar was
guy's in
our first.
right. This guy's in my deck too.
We
I
haven't
like
we haven't gotten a zombie rare yet.
I like his jetpack.
Um, this guy's werewolf form kind of looks like the big chonky werewolf in the Duel for Dominance green card we were looking at
Yes.
earlier.
Uh-huh.
Reckless Storm Seeker becomes Storm Charged Slasher. I got to put that on the board for werewolves. Werewolves are up to
Ooh.
2. They're in second place. We got an equipment. Oh, ooh, sorry, I clicked it and I missed it.
We'll never get to see it again.
I think if I go to collection,
Gone forever. There's no way.
Yeah, it considers all of them that I. Well, lucky for us, the rare was a wild card, so I didn't really miss
Yes.
a rare. All right, we're halfway through. We've done 20. We got 20 more. Flip the switch. Sort of a cool Frankenstein reference.
Yeah. This I feel like the flavor text on this one is good. Yes, it is.
Works every time. Well, every time they don't explode anyway. Otherworldly Gaze.
Oh, this is a good one.
And Burn the Accursed.
Ooh.
Fangblade Brigand becomes Fangblade Eviscerator.
Oh, I would like to get this card.
And that is a vampire we have already gotten. This was our first rare, I think.
Yeah.
So, do you think I should put this as another win for vampires or no because it's a copy?
No, because it's a copy.
Yeah, I agree. Brimstone Vandal. Look at that little devil.
Yee!
Pestilent Wolf. Dawnheart Mentor. Oh,
Hey, pumpkin.
look at that token. That's a great.
That man's about to get the shit burned out of his hand.
The face of this guy kind of looks like Adam Sessler to me. Do you know Adam Sessler?
No, but I'll look him up.
Hosted X-Play. We got Devoted Graph Keeper, which becomes Departed Soul Keeper. Human peasant
Yes.
turns into a spirit. And the rare is Fateful Absence. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller investigates.
Yeah, that does look like Adam Sessler.
Thank you. Okay. I know we're getting through a lot of packs now because not a single one of these has the first
Yeah.
border on them.
It always goes faster by the end.
Let's see if the rare is a first. Ooh,
Oh.
we got Slowgurk.
Does
The Overslime. It's a legendary ooze. It's 3/3
this
with
thing have a face?
Great question. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Whenever a land card is put into your graveyard from anywhere, put a +1/+1 counter on it, remove 3 +1/+1 counters from it, return it to its owner's hand. When it leaves the battlefield, return up to 3 target land cards from your graveyard to your hand.
That seems so complicated.
That does seem complicated, doesn't
But
it?
that card that I was showing you where it was putting stuff into your graveyard
Mhm.
and you could pick a creature card out of them.
Mm-hmm.
That works with this card.
I follow. All right, not sure if I'll use that. Don't know how I would, but it's
This I
it's an
read this
oversight.
wrong when I got it, and I read it wrong when you got it. When I saw it small, I read it as Groovy Dawn Guard.
So we got the Groovy Dawn Guard. Here's another creature with ward.
Yeah, okay, here's another one. Okay, so I guess I have seen one other creature.
It's a human soldier. And the rare. Ooh, we saw it in
Another one of
person.
these.
Now we see it on Arena. Smoldering Egg and Ashmouth Dragon. What else? What else? What else? I haven't skipped any. I haven't missed any for the tally, have I?
I don't think so.
Famished Foragers.
I love the vampire art when they look like they're a gargoyle. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Covetous Castaway, who is burying a treasure, becomes Ghostly Castigator.
And this one I think is funny because it doesn't, the card transforms, but this man does not.
Well, he's buried in the sand there, but presumably that is his spirit.
He is so dead. And I think that that is the spirit of the book, is the way I'm deciding to read it.
What book? Is there a book in the flavor? I don't see any flavor text.
The box, I
The
guess.
box. Okay.
It looks sort of like a book that has opened, but now I'm seeing that it's a box. I think the spirit was in the box.
Interesting.
And I think that did not go well for that man.
Swan Horse. It's a human knight, and it's legendary, and this would be a hard. This is, knight is not one of the tribes,
Yes.
and red white is kind of a unique combo in this set. So honestly, not sure what this one is doing here.
Oh. Harsh Burn from William Hoffacker.
Sorry, whatever your name was with the Swan Horse. Spellrune Painter becomes Spellrune Howler.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't
cool.
know if I have this card or not.
I like the story that's being told by the art here.
Mm-hmm.
Stromkirk Blood Thief is of Black Vampire Rogue. And the rare is Haunted Ridge.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Ridge.
All right. Not what I would have picked, but I'll take it.
Oh, lots in this one.
A couple of pumpkins.
Couple of pumpkins.
Jack-o'-lantern and Festival Crasher. We got the Groovy Trapper.
Yep.
And the Dawnheart Rejuvenator.
Ah, yes.
We also got Purifying Dragon.
So I lost one of my dragons and I replaced it with this one in my dragon deck.
Lost it, meaning it fell out of standard.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was Opportunistic Dragon.
That's a good one. I think that's an Eldraine card too.
It probably is, yeah. But I replaced it with this one, which was actually a pretty good. Ooh, okay.
Tovolar's Huntmaster becomes Tovolar's Pack Leader. So that's one for the werewolves.
Also, I'm sorry. I feel like there's only one real sense of scope here, and it's not super obvious because of the way they had to fit the art on the card. Look at that man's chain around his neck in the first card, and look how tight it is on the second one.
Yeah, I remember them talking about that in one of their videos about this set, about how look for, Easter eggs in the art. You'll notice that the humans who become werewolves, they wear very baggy clothes. And the story is, they're going to be wearing the same thing when they're a werewolf.
I mean, this werewolf is like 10 feet tall.
Presumably.
That chain is at least 2 feet long from neck to waist, right? And here it is. That is a 10-foot tall werewolf.
Mm-hmm. What is the... Okay, what am I missing here? Up here where it says transforms into...
Right click and see what happens.
Wait, right click. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I didn't know what the 1/4 meant, but now I see. Thank you, Liz.
I for once
We learn from each other.
in my life, I was useful.
Corpse cobble. That
Oh, that's cool.
that
I like this card.
the art, particularly on that token, is really something.
Yeah.
That feels like a style that you don't normally see.
Yes.
I like that very much. Good job, Jen Ravenatran.
Oh, wait, Will, look at exactly how this builds the zombie though.
Mm-hmm.
With it's the total
Yeah.
power of the sacrifice creatures.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. This is a cool one for blue black zombies. Delver of Secrets becomes Insectile Aberration.
Oh God.
And I got a Mythic wild card. Only a dozen left. I'm kind of getting excited to make this humans deck, which is green-white.
Yeah.
Somebody just came online. Oh, it's Sarah. Oh,
Sarah.
I did the clicky thing again.
Oh no.
I got a quick glimpse of what the rare was. So let's go to collection. Yeah, okay, so we were going to look at this. Uncommon showed up, Kessick Naturalist,
Yeah, who I have not gotten. I love that little pup he's holding.
which becomes Lord of the Ulvenwald. And then the rare was this Geist Flame Reservoir,
Jesus.
which is a red artifact. So that's nothing for the tally. Back to the packs.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Groovy Silversmith.
Hey, maybe I'll make a Gavany deck.
We got Borrowed Time, which is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is identical to Banishing Light.
Oh.
Do you know the card Banishing Light?
Yes.
I think Banishing Light was kicked out as standard.
Okay.
It's a white enchantment for 2 and a white.
Yes.
You exile non-land permanent and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield.
And what's is the one planeswalker is here?
Teferi, yeah.
Wait, let me look up Banishing Light really quick.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if the language is different at all between Banishing Light and this one. Oh, okay. Got a human. Humans take the lead again over werewolves.
Okay, so it says when
Did you
Banishing
hear
Light
that?
enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield.
That's the same thing, right?
Can you look at yours again?
Yeah. Exile target non-land permanent
yes.
and opponent controls. I was looking for maybe there's a slight distinction, like one of them doesn't say an opponent controls or one.
I was wondering that too. Yeah.
Yeah, but no. It's
And this one does say that permanent returns under its owner's control in parentheses.
okay.
But I can say that I used this. Somebody used this card on me.
Yeah.
And I had a card that destroyed an enchantment and I was able to get it back.
Yeah.
And it also returned to me. So
Yeah. I think I was right, and they are the same. Sun Gold Sentinel, whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Coven, 1 and white, choose a color. It gains hexproof from that color until end of turn and can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. I am liking the chances of building that green and white human deck.
yes.
To take on your green and red werewolves deck. I have to be very careful I don't know if you heard it a moment ago, but I cleared my throat and a hiccup came with the throat clearing.
Oh no.
I'm living in fear that I'm going to trigger a bad case of hiccups any second.
I
Uh,
really like the art on this.
Sacred Fire, yeah, that's a good one. Lunar Frenzy. And the rare, oh, this is good. Green and
Nice.
white. This is
Yep.
what we were looking for. Overgrown farmland. I love seeing the way that they, you know, combine the two colors into, like, what would
Yeah.
that land look like? Well, if it's white and it's green, overgrown farmland. That's pretty clever. Here's Component Collector.
I like him.
It's a homunculus.
I like him.
That's a Greek creature type. Foul Play. And the rare is the one that you need again.
Oh, yes, great. Great for you, Will.
Wish I could trade it to you.
Wish we could trade.
Tireless Hauler. Looks almost like Kenny.
Yes. Yeah, he does.
Becomes Dire Strain Brawler. Hungry for More. And the rare is...
That token vampire is very good. It's the farmland again. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
I love that token art.
Yes.
I love the floatiness of it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The hood really makes it
Yes.
for me. Like wearing a hood in a way where it seems like you shouldn't be able to see.
Yeah, like where you look like Ash Ketchum.
Is a very cool look. I'm thinking of like the what I think they're called the Council of 13 in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, okay.
Have like black trench coats with these very big hoods. Anyway, that's 3 packs in a row where the rare has been dual land.
Yeah.
Search Party Captain and Moon Ragers Slash. Vampire Socialite.
Yes.
And the rare is Slaughter Specialist.
Ooh, vampire warrior, but
Each opponent creates an Adam Sessler token. I'm going to give one more to the vampires. Let's see. Oh, there's Fading Hope.
yep.
And Deserted Beach. Lots and lots
Ooh.
of dual lands. They're very useful, so I'll take them. Rather have them than need to craft them. Audric's Outrider is another knight, human knight.
Oh, here's the other thing about the dual lands that it was an issue for me. Is I was like, well, I don't need this one's dual land. I can use any green-red dual land. And the only green-red dual land I had was also a snow land.
Snow, yeah.
And I was like, this sucks.
Yeah. It's a problem. Oh, that's my second one of these.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not a legendary, which is nice. So it's a good one to have doubles of.
Yeah.
Score another point that I'm not going to record for the human camp. Clear Shot. And Graveyard Trespasser, which becomes Graveyard Glutton. A black werewolf, rare.
Yes.
So I guess I got to chalk that up for werewolves. But it's kind of a weird one for werewolves because it's not red or green.
Yeah, it is.
3 more. Snarling Wolf.
Oh, read this flavor on this one.
Oh, thank the angels, it's not a werewolf, it's just a regular wolf. And those were his last words.
Isn't that so funny?
Pretty funny, yep. We got Scab Wrangler. I
Oh.
just got a message. It's a
Sarah
message.
also likes Bird
It's
Admirer.
about Bird Admirer. Yep, the Bird Admirer has logged on. And the rare. Oh, okay. So, how would you say this name? I'm sure I've seen a video where they said it out loud, but I
I
don't.
would say Gisa.
Gisa, Glorious Resurrector.
I love the art on this one. Is she holding a shovel?
Yep,
Yes.
yep. So this is a human, but it's really for your zombie situation. If
Yeah.
a creature an opponent controls dies, exile instead at the beginning of your upkeep. Put all creature cards exiled this way onto the battlefield under your control. They gain decayed. So it's as if they were zombies,
Yeah.
but they don't actually get the zombie creature
Moniker.
type. That might make it a little too powerful. Okay, 3 blue, 3 white. Seen all of these already. And the rare is Dire Strain Rampage,
Mm.
a red-green sorcery. All right, this is our last one before I build a deck. The new one is Ghoulish Procession, a black enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
And the final rare. You ready?
Ready.
Drum roll. Oh no.
Why? Why'd you say, oh no?
This card is such a whole thing.
What? But it's not hurting you.
Yeah, but it's funny because like when I'm thinking of like the cards that I'm gonna pull in the sealed deck
Uh-huh.
packs later, I'm thinking like Enduring Angel is a mythic. It's probably one of the best cards in the set, and I hope I don't get it.
Okay.
Because it's just like, okay, well now I need to make this, and it's like I need to just like play a whole different game
So you're
because
basically saying you would be so drawn to making a whole deck around this entire card. It would be
not
a
drawn
burden.
to, it's necessary. I would rather not do it. Here's what it says, and I think that this is going to raise questions.
Yeah, what does it mean you?
Okay, so for 2 and 3 white, it's a 3/3 angel. It has flying and double strike. You have hexproof, which is meaning the player controlling
I don't
endure.
think I've ever seen a player be able to have hexproof.
There's a card in the D&D set that I'm not
Uh-huh.
remembering the name of. It's like a human sentry or something like that. It's a
Okay.
really normal looking person. It's a white creature, and it says you have hexproof. And I think it also says your opponents can't venture into the dungeon more than once per turn.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's an uncommon. So anyway, you have hexproof. If your life total would be reduced to 0 or less, instead transform Enduring Angel and your life total becomes 3. Then, if Enduring Angel didn't transform this way, you lose the game. That's the part where I get confused.
Yeah, like why wouldn't it transform that way?
I don't. I. I've been trying to make sense of why they wrote this in here.
Yeah.
Only reason I can think is this happening when this is about to happen,
Yeah.
the game might give priority to your opponent, who then might play a spell killing Enduring Angel.
That makes sense. Okay. No, I think that's it.
At which point your life total might be 3, but you would still lose the game
Yeah.
because Enduring Angel never transforms.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's really weird. What it transforms into is Angelic Enforcer. You have hexproof. Its power and toughness are each equal to your life total. whenever it attacks double your life total. So if you get Angelic Enforcer on the battlefield, it's guaranteed to start as a 3/3.
Yeah.
Because as far as I know, there's no other way to transform this.
Yeah.
There's no card that says transform target creature.
Yeah. It's the only way. And actually, I've asked about this before. I have asked, I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember how I asked once? I was like, are there any cards that are essentially like fairies in Zelda where you die, but it like brings you back to life?
Mm-hmm.
And you basically said that you didn't think that there were, and now there is.
Now there is.
But it seemed like an obvious mechanic to me as somebody who's played The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time extensively.
Right. Absolutely. Well, as long as I'm building a green-white deck, which I'm about to do,
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to put this in it.
I mean, I love how you said, "Oh no," and there were all these reasons, and now you're like, "I'm gonna put it in."
I mean, well, here's the thing. If my task were, I'm going to build the best possible with my cards that I have, green and white humans deck.
Yeah.
Period. Then I might not include it.
Yes.
However, my task is, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But what I'm really going to do is I'm only going to use the cards that we just got.
Yes.
Or I should say cards from the new set. Because
yes.
I never opened any packs before the 40 we just opened, but I did get some individual card rewards, which I didn't get from the packs we just opened.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to do a little cropping adjustment, and then
I am going to lay down flat for a second to reset my back.
Okay.
But you should still be able to hear me because I'm going to bring my microphone with me.
Okay.
So feel free to keep talking to me.
Fair enough.
Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. Okay.
We can see your knees, just so you know.
That's fine. I've got good knees. That's actually a falsehood. I have terrible knees. My knees are like maybe one of the weakest parts of my body. I'm like a horse.
And I'm going to change the... Okay, now we can see the legs and the feet.
I'm a synchronized swimmer.
And a damn good one. Okay. What have I done?
Yeah. Well, what have you done?
Okay, I want to see green and white from the new set. Why am... Oh, I guess... Oh, okay. Wait, no, I still don't understand. Don't listen to me. Whatever you're doing, don't listen to me.
Well, when you build decks, what's your order of operations? Do you know what question I'm asking?
I think so. I think I start with I usually start with something that I'm building around.
Yes.
But
do you start with a card or do you start with a feeling? I mean, like like an ability or something like that.
I mostly start with a card.
Okay.
Usually. I think.
I've been trying to build starting with like a feeling.
Okay. That's very poetic of you.
And by feeling I mean like I say feeling because I mean like when I built, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like when I built my one deck, I was like, when I built my barbarian deck, I was like, okay, I'm gonna, make sure that I have all these like specific kinds of creatures that build off of one another.
Yep.
And then, but then I was like, I'm gonna build like a deck that is just like everyone is flying.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was like a different feeling, but not like a specific creature type because a lot of things fly that aren't birds.
Yeah.
And then like with this one, I was looking at like werewolves, but like I think the next deck I'm gonna build is gonna be like a coven deck.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's a good next step.
Especially now I know what the fuck that means.
Right. Now you're all caught up on the meaning of powers in that context.
It's just like I just don't think that's a word that can be plural. That's my problem. That's my problem. That is how I can um articulate this. I don't think that power is a word that can be plural in this context.
I follow.
Okay, so you're looking good.
Just getting started. Started with the rares. Now I'm doing creatures from the commons and uncommons. I'm putting in some things that I might cut later. And when I'm making those cuts, I'm going to make them with an eye towards there's some white creatures that start as human, but they transform into spirits.
Yes.
And I might cut those.
Oh, okay.
Because they might just take up space that could be used by more purely human creatures.
You also just throw everything in and then cut down,
Kind of, yeah.
which I don't do. I've also been trying to actually I've been trying to start by doing my starter cards first, like the lower mana cost cards,
Yep.
because otherwise I make decks that are too fancy.
Yeah.
Which I feel like unless there's like I mean if there's like a card or like two or three cards I know I'm gonna include, I'll throw them in first, but after that I actually build up instead of down, which is how I was doing it at one point, and that did not work well for me.
Yeah. So right now I've got 26 creatures in here. So I can make a few cuts. This one becomes a spirit.
Yeah, get that out of there.
So does this one.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I'm also, I also want to make, there's a lot of green human werewolves that become werewolves. I don't intend to put any of those into this mix. Okay, here's another spirit one.
Did I tell you what I'm doing this week, by the way?
What's that?
I'm seeing Phoebe Bridgers on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I know you knew you worked hard to get those tickets, but I didn't know when that show was coming up.
Well, in fact, those are not the tickets I worked hard for.
Oh my gosh.
So
Explain,
I'll explain while you continue to build.
please.
So those tickets were for like the week before Halloween
Mm-hmm.
in DC at the Anthem.
Yeah,
And then she revamped, but she had put out the schedule in like June or something.
yeah.
And with Delta, she revamped it so all of the shows are at outdoor venues now.
Okay.
And so every show got rescheduled. Literally every show
Mm-hmm.
except DC.
Okay.
So I take that back. There might have been one other show that didn't get rescheduled. So DC just got postponed.
Mm-hmm.
So like I haven't had my money refunded, but hypothetically, like sometimes she'll have it.
Mm-hmm.
Which sort of makes there's a couple of outdoor venues near here. There's like Wolf Trap. Speaking of wolves, in Virginia, there's the Meriwether Post Pavilion in Maryland, where I saw Brand New, and I would have seen Modest Mouse, but I was very pregnant and everyone was smoking pot, and also cigarettes. But for an outdoor venue where you're not supposed to be smoking anything, everyone was smoking, and that seemed bad as someone who was pregnant.
Yeah.
And I actually saw the Symphony of Goddesses, the Zelda orchestra at Wolf Trap.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like she couldn't get it to work out, and so she and her team, not just her, not her sending emails or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she just postponed that, and I was clearly devastated. It
Of course.
was like a lot of shit going on,
Mm-hmm.
and that was sort of in the middle of a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
And then my friend Aram said, "Would you like me to take you to Philadelphia to see Phoebe Bridgers for your birthday?" And I said, or at first she had said, can I buy you and Kenny tickets? And I said, I don't, it's like a Wednesday. I don't think we could swing a babysitter for Elliot overnight. Um, because with the DC show, it's very close to where Blake's girlfriend lives. And so they were going to babysit Elliot and we were all going to sleep there that night.
Mm-hmm.
But that's very different than me driving very, very far to Philadelphia and then having to do stuff. And so she was like, well, why don't you come with me and Kenny can stay home with Elliot?
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I mean, just like I mean, amazing birthday present is she got us an Airbnb that's like 4 miles from the Mann Center, which is where she's playing. I took off. I mean, I had already taken off that time, so I just sort of changed the days,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna come here on Wednesday and we're gonna drive 3 hours to Philly and go to our Airbnb, and I'm gonna be very stressed driving in Philly because driving in Philly is hell. I would rather drive in DC, which says a lot because DC was designed to be confusing to ground troops
Mm-hmm.
by L'Enfant, the designer, and so
Oui, oui.
it is notoriously bad to drive in.
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather drive in DC for the rest of my life than ever have to drive in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll find a parking spot, and I'll be very stressed about it. And then we'll take an Uber to the concert, and then drive home the next morning. But I am stoked.
Yeah, that's really exciting.
Um, for her encore, she's been singing a cover of That Funny Feeling that was in the Bo Burnham special,
Okay.
which was my favorite song because it includes the line that unapparent summer air and early fall. And because that feels like my birthday,
Uh-huh.
because it's usually, it's like my birthday's right after fall, and I'll be seeing her sing this on September 22nd, right when fall starts,
Neat.
assuming she actually continues her system.
Yeah.
But I have been looking at YouTube videos and she's been consistent.
All right.
But yeah, I'm so stoked. I'm gonna be so tired.
Yeah. Mike, well, I'm excited to hear about it.
It is supposed to rain, which makes me want to die a little bit. That like it's like not rained in like days, and like the day it's supposed to rain is like Wednesday. But maybe we'll get lucky. I'm okay with it being damp. The question is, will I wear my skeleton suit?
Good question. And why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean that's the main question. I mean, I think mostly peeing is the answer. Um, so we're at 60 now. Are you good with this?
I think I am ready to test this out.
Nice.
There's this is like a decent first draft. If I were going to spend more time on this, I would balance like uh, adding more copies of certain creatures and cutting others. And one little thing that I don't like is it is 60% white and 40% green. And I really like to get that as close to 50-50 as possible.
Yeah, me too.
Not for any good reason, but just because.
Oh, there's a good reason. It's that if you have like
Well, you're assuming that your
Even
land colors would be 50-50.
yeah, but even if they're not,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier if they're 50-50 because you're most likely to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you have white cards and don't get any white lands,
So
it does because you have
yeah.
less of them.
So
It
this
doesn't
is
matter that it's equally balanced.
I've got 2 overgrown farmlands, so I've put them both in here.
Hmm.
And then with that and with the other non-land cards that I put in here, the game has suggested that I have 10 forests and 12 plains.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So I'm going to stick with that. And I've got 22 creatures and 14 non-creatures, which I think is really good. It just needs a name, and the name is Human Mode because of the naming convention that I have adopted for my decks, which you can see here.
Yes, very good. Mine is called Running with the Wolves, by the way.
Like the Aurora song.
Like the Aurora song. That's right.
All right.
Would you
Should
like to challenge me? I'm here and ready.
I am challenging you now to a best of one 60 card deck match.
Here we go. Accept. No.
Selecting
Yes.
human mode.
Here we go.
This is the moment we've been waiting for, folks.
Still have this little lady as my creature.
It's a great lady. I still have the Loxodon.
Let's see.
Okay, this is a hand that I.
This is a hand I will accept.
It's a hand that I cannot stick with.
But I also never mulligan ever. I think the only time I've ever mulliganed was once I got a card. I got a hand with 0 lands, and I was like, fine, I'll mulligan this.
Okay, that's not great either. But well, try it out because it's just a friendly game. Plus, you're going first, so I can hope for a good first draw. Ooh. Okay, I'm learning what the jack-o'-lantern actually does. Neat. Okay.
Once I have something in my graveyard, I can exile it and draw a card, and then
But here's may I point out something important, which
yes,
kind of contradicts what you just said?
yeah,
It says exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard.
yes. Sorry, from a graveyard. It usually actually defaults to yours. Yeah,
But yeah,
or
you can
my
exile
opponent's.
something from your opponents.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is day bound, so it became day. And okay, so if I don't cast any spells, then it's going to become night.
It's true. Yes.
And at night, this becomes a 3/3 that you can use to destroy an artifact or an enchantment. Ooh. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm still in kind of a bad position, land and hand wise.
Land in hand.
So, am I right in thinking? I think I know this, but I haven't played enough games to be sure.
Yeah.
If it is night
Yes.
and you play a daybound, nightbound card,
Yes.
will it come out on the night side?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I haven't. I've been trying to. This is where I was like, can you explain this to me because I'm confused.
We'll figure it out together. Anyway, I could have
Ouch.
waited until
Ouch.
your turn to play that because it's an instant. But if I waited, then I would have played no spells on my own turn, and I wanted to keep it day if possible. Anyway, you've got a clue token you didn't have before.
It's true.
Okay, now it is going to become night because I have nothing to play. Not even any lands.
Not even a popkin. I realize that doesn't mean anything to you.
Correct.
Um, in the oh, I guess we'll find out. Okay. Yes.
Yep.
In the Dark Tower series
Mm.
by Stephen King, at one point in the second book, which is called The Drawing of the Three.
Liz,
Yes.
bad news for you.
What?
I got a forest. I'm back in the game. Sorry, go on.
He goes and basically gathers the three people that will be part of his quartet or his group for the rest of the series, essentially.
Okay.
And he at one point is trying to get food. He's on a plane and he asks for a popkin, Popkin, and that is what he calls sandwiches.
Okay.
And it's just this tiny little detail. And then later he's super hungry and he's like looking for something to eat. And he says, not even a popkin. And clearly, you know how I must feel about the word popkin.
Indeed, yes.
And I was like, not even a popkin. And so Kenny and I say that all the time now when we're like hungry or something.
Mm-hmm. It's cute.
We're like, not even a popkin.
Yeah, I haven't, not familiar with the Dark Tower.
They're good. I mean, it's Stephen King. Stephen King. I read something once that was like, if Stephen King has written so many books that it's like him having a batting average. Where it's like his batting average is like way higher in terms of quality than like a lot of other people who've written that many books. So,
Yeah, I follow.
But as you know, I do have a Stephen King tattoo.
That's right.
Because Kenny read me all 8 of those books out loud.
Wow. All right, I got some options. It's hard to know which one is the best. I'm going to go with this one this one. No attacks.
Oh, no, that's not what I want. Here we go. We'll do this. And
it's neat that has flash. It's kind of a good, kind of a flavor win.
Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
All right.
Pew, pew.
More options.
God, the sun is like set, Will. This sucks.
Yeah, well, it's 7 o'clock where you are.
I know. Oh, what I was saying earlier, but when I was asking how hot it is, it was one of those days that I think you'll appreciate as being like not just like bad, but also disorienting. Because I know you don't, for someone who lives in Arizona, super love the heat. It was like 85, but like oppressively humid, but one of those days where there's like a bunch of really dark clouds, but only on like half the sky. So it was like either blazingly sunny or just, but also like your eyes are not seeing blue skies, they're seeing like dark clouds, but it's just like oppressively hot and it's also not going to rain. And it's also like September for some reason.
Yeah.
I was like, this weather sucks. This weather is gross. Like, I went scootering with Elliot and was like, somebody who loves the heat, am very fucking over this.
Yeah, I'm definitely over the heat. It's, it's solstice weekend. It's supposed to be becoming fall. And still feels like the hottest part of summer here. Okay. Got a guest appearance by Ren and Seven on that sorcery you just played.
Uh-huh. Um, no, that's not what I wanted to do. That's fine. I just should have shut the fuck up. It's like, but that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ah, the day has come.
Okay, so whenever it becomes one of those things, I look at the top 4 cards in my library. I may reveal a creature card with mana value 3 or less from among them and put it in my hand, and I put the rest on the bottom of my library in any order. So there you go. All right, I'm going to play the card I just revealed. The Pumpkin Lover is logging on.
Hello.
The Eccentric Farmer. Oh, nice. I got overgrown farmland here.
Nice.
So I will put that into play. Oh, wow. And it... yeah, okay. So this is the version where, because I have a few lands already, it's untapped. So that's nice. And that will allow me to play... let's see, where do I want to put this?
Did you see my tweet about the grocery store on Long Beach Island? I just tweeted it.
I don't think so.
Before we got on.
Yeah, I doubt that I did.
So Long Beach Island was like a very weird place because it was like Trump City in like a way that I hadn't experienced specifically before.
Okay.
Which is to say that there were people that had, I literally saw 2 houses that were different houses on the same street that had a sign that said, "Don't blame me." Oh, not a sign, a flag that said, "Don't blame me, I voted for Trump," next to a blue line American flag.
Yes, the desecrated American flag.
Yes.
That loves police.
Yes. And okay, 1, 2, how many? 6. Okay, this should be fine. Okay, you may pay. Oh, this, I can do this any number of times.
Oh yeah, you did not give away that you had this card. Good on you.
I also okay, this was not actually what I wanted to do, but I still can do this. Okay, this is fine. I haven't actually gotten to play that card yet, so oh no. Oh wait, no, I can do this, I guess. Okay. Right? Yes.
You have a red mana in the bank.
Okay, good. Nope, I can't do it. I can't do it. I fucked up. I fucked up.
We live and we learn.
Okay, but I'm allowed to redo it. I guess. Okay, this is very confusing. Okay, so like I exile the jack-o'-lantern and I add a mana of any color, but you have to use another land. I guess that's where I was confused. I didn't realize that you had to use another land.
Yep, cost 1.
So that's not super useful.
It's useful for turning one land into a different color mana it produces. Okay, not literally, but that's effectively what happens.
I'm not doing this right now.
Okay.
Okay, so what I was saying about the flags. There was one of these which was an actual just like red, white, and blue American flag that had an extra blue line, which is to say that like nobody was wearing masks anywhere. Like there's this lovely little diner that we went to when we were there 2 years ago that was like completely packed of indoor diners. Just insane, like insane behavior. So I went to the grocery store once and because I made dinner for everybody. And like it was actually probably that was probably where I saw the most masks. It was like 50-50. And by the way, like I'm not even being super pretentious about masks right now. Like um if we're outside and there's a lot of wind, I know now that that's like mostly not going to be a problem. So like, people on the beach not wearing masks, I don't care, that's fine. But like inside, come on. Um
Excuse me.
and so okay, and now I'll do this.
Ah, I recognize this man.
And I'll put that on this guy. And then so the grocery store was like 50-50, I guess is my point.
Okay.
But not only did I resolve auto pay. Not only did I see people without masks at this store, I saw 3 people not wearing shoes. And I was like, what is this? John Updike's A&P?
Yikes.
That's my joke.
Yeah, I missed that one.
I don't want a shoeless man near the cabbages.
Nor do I. Well, this is bad, but how bad?
Not that bad.
Pretty bad. 4 and 3 is 7, 10. Okay, we're looking at 11 damage. So it's not going to kill me. Let's, assuming you don't have anything up your sleeve, let's just make it a nice even 10 instead of 11. All right.
I'm doing things. See how my deck is doing things?
Yeah,
I don't think it's good yet. I mean, I know I'm beating you, but you haven't played with your deck before, so I feel like.
Yeah, I got off to a slow start because of a land problem.
But that said, you have definitely played against me with a deck you just made and just murder me.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely has something to do with the bad luck of the draw that I had from the beginning there. Okay, I think that's it for my turn.
Hmm.
Very clever, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, that was smart. I did a good job with that. Okay, man. There we go. Ooh. Oh, this isn't what I want, but I guess I'll just do it.
Hmm.
It's a devil. There's a lot of devils in this set too.
That's a good one for your red-green werewolf time.
Hmm.
That's pretty dangerous for me.
Hmm. Okay, so you have a 5/4 that will destroy something of mine,
Presumably.
and a 3/3 that could doom in one of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And then these 2 could block. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could block with 3 of them and you would destroy 2 of mine. Only 1 would get through. I'm not attacking.
I'm going to flashback, turn the earth. And I'm going to use my own graveyard this time. Okay. I'm up to 6 lands now. Which means I might actually play more than one thing.
Oh, yes, I wish you would.
Here's type of man. And then, okay.
A type of man.
um, okay. It's hard. You have so many creatures, it was hard to choose which one to take out. But
Oh, yeah, no, the one with menace is clearly the best choice.
yeah, thank you. That's what I thought.
Um, Something exciting might be happening tomorrow, by the way.
Oh,
My mom's in a play. That's not the exciting thing, unfortunately. Ugh. Ugh. My mom's in a play, and my brother and I are driving to Harrisburg to see her be in the play.
yes.
And hey. Um when we get back, it's a matinee performance. Which, by the way, the tickets were $10 more expensive because apparently there's going to be ample treats for us to eat from a bakery. So I hope that's good.
Ample
I'm
treats.
like really expecting a lot since I spent $50 on tickets for Blake and I. He did pay me back, um, but when we get back, assuming it's not super late, we're gonna watch Star Wars with Elliot for the first time.
Oh, that is very, very exciting.
Um,
Okay, I see what's happening.
mm-hmm.
I need to
This is
actually,
bad.
I need to tap the lands in order to. There
Oh,
we
this
go.
is very bad for me.
Okay.
See, this is what I mean. It's like it doesn't matter what deck I make.
You just need to.
I have a practice deck with good luck, and it's over. I might as well just concede.
You had that. I mean, you had that moment there when you attacked with just one creature. You didn't mean to do that. You could have attacked with 3. Um, more aggressive and quicker.
Whenever I'm aggressive, I
Would've-
always run out of creatures and then I lose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, well, well. Wait a second. It's night. Okay, yeah, it is night. I was like, my things haven't, but they have. Okay, well, do this guy. This guy. Timberland.
Timberland.
This one. See what happens. Well, this is terrible. Yeah, just no attacks. Since I need to defend and draw this out. On each of up to 2 targets. Oh, I guess he's a silversmith because that's how you kill them, with silver weapons. Got it. I mean, just go all in, my dude. Right?
Holding back one of them.
Oh, God. The drama. The drama.
So not the drama.
Holding back one just in case what, Will?
You never know.
I have no cards.
You'll draw one.
No, I won't, because I'm going to lose after this.
Oh, that's true. Humans win.
I mean, I guess I'm like for that normally, but
of course, I'm sure you want a rematch.
yes.
All right. Do you want me to send it again?
Yeah, send it again so I don't just start playing.
Well, the alternative is you send it to me, which is quite different.
No, the alternative is me fucking up and just start playing a game with somebody random.
Yeah. Can't have that.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll keep it.
Keep it. Yoop. Yoop. Okay.
Good morning.
I loved when you said funny animations, by the way, because I hadn't seen them yet. And I was like very looking forward to it. And they were very funny.
They delivered.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do this and do this. And
Oh, haven't seen this guy yet. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
and being aggressive.
That's true. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Aggressive. Ugh. It's gross that you get to play cards every turn.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hate it. This guy? No. This guy.
What the frick? Unnatural moonrise?
Yeah.
Oh, I
As
see.
I was saying, there are cards that force it, man.
No, it's true. I
Okay,
don't doubt it.
do this guy. Okay.
Oh my god.
I just balanced my phone on my chapstick.
Neat.
I feel very proud of this accomplishment.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at the flashback cost on the Moonrise. Oh, I am getting a telephone call
Oh
from
my God.
from Dana.
Do you want to take that?
I am. I'm going to mute myself just in case.
Okay. He's saying hello. I'm going to read lips. And he's like, what's up? And she's probably saying, I just got here. And he says, okay. And she's probably right now like, are you playing Magic still? And he's like, yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. So, and now she's saying, okay, well, I love you so much. You're the light of my life. I've loved you for so many years, and it pains me to be away from you. I hate that we aren't together right now. I never asked for this. And he says, yep. Okay. What do I want to do here? Do I want to... Yeah, I think I do. I think I want to do this. Yeah, I do. I will. No, first I want to do this guy. And now I want to do this. And he's telling me that I'm doing a good job, which is very good of him because he loves me. But not like Dana is continuing to profess her love to him, which is like a lot. She's professing her love forever. It's taking so long. Okay, so here we go. And now I'll do these two. Oh, this is that Enduring Angel card. And now Will's back.
Hello.
Hello. I narrated your entire phone call.
Thank you.
But then Dana talked for a long time, and the bit was that she was telling you how much she loved you. And so I really, in my version of your phone call, she really talked for a long time about the length and endurance of your relationship.
And you were 100% correct.
Very good.
All right.
Okay.
You're kicking my butt.
Thank God. The last game was embarrassing for me.
Let's try this. That's interesting. Okay.
Are you happy to see the Death Bonnet sprout?
Yes, I gave you a thumbs up for that.
I thought you did, yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess I can do both of these things.
Bird Admirer is logging on. Do.
I'm gonna, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And then, oh, that actually did not help. No attack.
Okay. Let's try this. No attacks. You don't say.
Okay.
Haste to this man.
Let's see. Oh, it's not worth it. You're too strong.
We are close to evenly matched. Okay. I think I'm going to enchant this man.
Enchant this man. No, my man.
My man. And why not?
You're just gonna win again.
Oh wait, no.
You're just gonna win again.
I just realized why I shouldn't do that. Do not do that. Yeah. All right, I'll attack.
Well, 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 well. Hmm. Hmm.
I see.
I do think it's funny when we were playing this game and we just both feel so pained. Like you and I are just both here like, why are we doing this? It's so difficult.
It's like a game of it's much like a game of chess.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Gives you much to think about. She's back to 20.
uh,
Oh my god. Oof. This is bad.
yes, it is.
All right, well, I guess as long as I block this, then I don't lose yet.
Ugh. I'm so pained. I know that I'm probably going to win, but it just feels like I still won't.
I think you must.
Something I will say that is frustrating to me about um but see here, like I can't get you right now.
Not quite.
Um hmm.
I hope you don't mind if I distract myself by beginning to order pizza.
No, please. What kind of pizza are you gonna get?
I'm going to get two because it's for friends as
Oh,
well
right.
as myself.
Oh, right. It's not just when you said you were gonna get two, I was like, Will.
Yeah.
I mean, no judgment, but I am judging you.
It's tempting. Um, I'm going to get a white pie.
Now is Kenny coming over?
Does he like white pie?
Kenny doesn't like pizza, but he likes white pies because
No tomato sauce.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to get something with meat.
very frustrating. Very frustrating.
We're meeting each other on the field of battle. I need my blockers.
Ugh.
What just happened?
No, not enough.
Where?
Oh, I played Shadow Beast Sighting, which creates a 4/4 green beast creature token.
I see it. Okay.
And it has flashback. But I will not be flashing back at this moment.
Well, something's
Oh,
gonna
wait,
gain,
here we go.
Something's gonna gain trample and haste. Yep.
Here we go. Now we're good.
Now you've done it. Let's play this out.
Jesus Christ. I really thought that wasn't going to happen, Will. I thought he's going to do it. He's going to overcome me somehow.
Well, this means we need a tiebreaker. Hope you're up for it.
Yes, it's true. I'm ready. I'm ready for you to beat me.
Wait,
what?
Oh, lifelink. One of my creatures had lifelink.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I forgot.
Jesus Christ.
All right, well, you're still going to win.
Ugh.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And now I'm gonna win. Now it's my time.
GG, as they say.
As they say. The first time you just texted me GG, by the way, I was like, Game Grumps?
Yep.
Oh, also, so we started because I finished reading the book Howl's Moving Castle.
Mm-hmm.
I was rewatching Howl's Moving Castle. I'm going to challenge. Oh, you challenged me. Okay, there we go.
I did, yeah.
And so Elliot has seen this movie before, but not recently, so he didn't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps calling it that moving house movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very funny because he just refuses to call it moving castle.
Yeah.
Like, despite our best efforts.
Ooh, okay. That's an interesting way to start. Let's give it a try.
Okay, let's see. We'll do you first. And we'll do you.
And to your 1-3, I raise a 3-1.
Oh. And let's see. Okay, we'll do this. And then
shoot.
Phew.
That's no good. Oh, you hate to see it. Well, crap. Yeah, it's gonna have to be Candle Trap.
Candle Trap.
It's come out 3 out of 3 games. Candle Trap.
Let's admire a bird.
We love to see it, don't we, folks?
I sure do. Is this an enchantment? Okay.
All right. I guess. Try this.
Ugh, I'm offended.
Goodbye, bird admirer.
Well, goodbye. Oh, God. There we go. Pew, pew.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're like not having a good time.
Well, this could help.
Hmm. Hmm. Let me do this. Oh, wait.
Tough call, tough
I
call.
do love that little devil that's wearing that pumpkin hat. I feel like he probably worked really hard on it to make sure that his horns fit through the holes right. You know?
That's right.
He put a
It's
lot of effort into that. It's very clean.
it is very clean. It's very tight and precise.
Also, I think indicates that his little horns are pretty wiggly. Like pretty bendy. Flexible is the word
That's a good word
I
for
need
it.
in my life. Ouch. Ow. What did you do? Oh, clear shot. Hmm. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll do this. And just do pew pew pew. Do that. Do this. Auto pay. And then do this.
What? Ah! Oh my goodness. And it has first strike?
Yeah.
Well, then I can't do anything about that.
Um, do you have like a pizza place? Or do you have like have to order from like a chain?
I order from a pizza place called Fresco.
Fresco.
Mm-hmm. All right. Your turn. Excuse me 1 second.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Oh, here we go, baby. You're not gonna like this, I don't think. Well, no.
Wow. Aren't you glad we played this third game?
Yeah, but I'm still not convinced I'm gonna win.
The appearance of Ren and Seven. That's huge. Okay, I think that covers
Can I say
that.
something about the name Ren, by the way?
Please.
I know three, not like personally for all of them, some of them just on the internet. I know three different non-binary people who have chosen the name Ren.
Mm-hmm.
And
You think it's basic?
so well, no, not that so much. I just think it's interesting because they're all non-binary, but they are also like more femme or masc leaning. Like they're all like one person is like very androgynous and one's more masc and one's more femme.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny to me that they all went with Ren. Ouch. Ouch. Hmm. 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 Um, are you attacking me?
Yep.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, well, whale, whale, whale.
What have we here? Sandy Claus, huh?
Actually, this is better than I thought it was going to be. Whoa, whoa. There we go.
Oof, brutal.
God, it's brutal out here.
I don't know what that is.
It's the song Brutal by Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
It's a straight punk song, which is to say, not punk rock or pop punk. And it rules, and I love it. And I very nearly bought merch that said, God, it's brutal out here, and decided against it. I said, I don't need to spend $45 on Olivia Rodrigo merch right now. I will spend that money on Phoebe Bridgers merch. I will be loyal to my lady.
That's nice.
This sucks. This sucks, Will.
I mean, not that badly. I mean, you even have a creature with reach,
I do, but it still sucks.
and I'm not gonna take down that 6/6. At least not on this turn. I think I just gotta hold.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just like sacrifice this situation.
Oh wow. Okay, that's interesting.
I didn't think that one was gonna go up. Did you?
I don't know what you mean.
This other tree folk creature.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's whatever, however many lands you control
I thought it would be
at
however
any
many lands
given
you
time.
controlled at that moment.
No, not at the time of creation. It
Okay,
doesn't
so I
stay
should
that way
probably not be
statically.
aggressive right now. I should wait.
Uh, Hang on, I gotta send a text message to Andrew.
Ren in the Seven also gives you no maximum hand size, by the way.
Yeah, is that? Uh, it's yeah. That's for the. That's an emblem you get for -8.
Yeah.
Okay, not too good. Guess I will turn the earth. Um, don't ask me why I chose those cards. It was probably stupid of me.
I mean, we'll see, I guess. God.
Um,
Ugh. Ugh. See, you're just gonna win, Will. Sucks.
I haven't done this as smartly as I could have.
It doesn't matter. What do you mean? Why aren't you saying I can't play that? Oh, okay, that's why. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're coming up on
1,
hour 3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Harumph.
Okay, I need to do this just right. Okay. 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 I can do this. I can still do this.
It's like so much math.
It is math, isn't it?
Ouch!
Okay. That was. I need to be very specific about when I played that.
Wow, and it goes up even now. Okay.
Keeps going up. You mean
Um,
because Ren is off the battlefield? Is that?
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brr. Frump, 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 frump. I'm getting tired.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Yeah, that flipped the script a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit. All right. I'm gonna have to try some maneuvers here.
Some maneuvers. Oh, Lord.
This should make things interesting.
Yeah, let's see what the fuck happens here. Oh, I still won.
Wait for it.
No!
Lifelink.
Will, I've had this happen before where I've had lifelink and I think, oh, I'm not going to die because I have lifelink. But then I die, like it doesn't count.
There's got to be an explanation
Like, I wonder
for
if they
that.
changed that mechanic slightly in the game because I've had this is why I'm so surprised by this because this has never happened to me before.
It's the way it happens.
And I feel like it would have happened more than like once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because damage is all done simultaneously. You know.
Mm-hmm. I'm suspicious. I think something changed.
No, I've seen it happen before.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. And I'm wrong, but it doesn't matter.
That's true. It doesn't. Can you do 5 damage?
No. But I'm gonna pew pew ya. Now it's night.
Yeah, now I lose. Because I don't have any blockers to play. GG. You won the
There we
best of
go.
you won the best of 3.
I'm still putting this card out.
Good choice.
Auto pay. Auto pay. Auto pay.
Okay. So
Pew!
that's how that works.
Pew! Pew!
I was afraid that when I clicked auto pay that was that it was going to take that to mean just once.
Oh yeah.
But it's good to know you can hit that auto pay option multiple times. All right, very good werewolves, Liz,
Yeah, good werewolves, Will.
and not quite as good humans.
Yeah, but they weren't bad. God, I just look like a hell creature in space right now because it got so dark.
That's the midnight hunt creeping in on you.
Yeah.
No appearance by the creeping in or its partner, the hostile hostile.
Are you talking about our animals?
No, I'm talking about the card
Oh.
hostile hostile, which transforms into creeping in with 2
I don't know
M's.
why I was like, are you talking about Angie and Rudy?
Nope. Well, I will be having friends over very soon.
Yeah, have fun and
Thank
a
you.
good stream and tell my friends that I love them.
I sure will. And see you next time.
Yeah.
Maybe the next time we see you, we perhaps will be playing Deltarune Chapter 2.
Yes.
I'm excited. All
Yay.
right, now I'm going to hit end stream, and for once, the viewer is not going to see it. So we can wave goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Keep waving.